Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the WNHON show. Now, as you can tell by the look of our table, this is not a reaction day. We talked about, we always try to do the vote, whatever's on the poll, we do it. But we decided this week we're going to completely change this up, and we're going to do a different idea, and we'll get into that in just a minute. But if you want to check out the last episode of the show, me and Dawson reacted to Kamen Rider Kuga, and we started the middle of the show with episodes 17 and 18. If you want to go check that video out, it'll be at the top of this video. But today we've got a special guest. Katelynn is here. It has been quite some time since Katelynn has been on the show. I believe the last time that she was on the show was when we reviewed the Hunger Games new movie. And that was back last November, I believe. And we talked about that movie. If you want to go check that episode out, it'll also be at the top of this video. But that was a little fun video to make. And who knows, we might do more episodes like that where we talk about movies that we go and see. Because why not? We're in a different area today. You can't see it off camera, but we're in a different set. This is going to be the new area. And it may sound different because it's a smaller room. But we are at my grandparents' basement at this moment. And we moved the entire set from my basement to their basement. So we've got a lot bigger space to do things. But today's idea, we are going to do a game of Dungeons and Dragons. But me and Dawson talked about this in a previous episode. But it is going to be with the Dungeon Master being ChatGPT. This is going to be very fascinating. I know Dawson talked about trying to get somebody to be the Dungeon Master. And then I mentioned to him the idea of somebody doing it with ChatGPT. So, FYI, this costs $20. Hope this is the best $20 that I've ever spent. So, just a little saying there. How are we feeling about this, guys?
I'm excited.
Intrigued.
It should be very interesting. I've got ChatGPT off to my right over here. You won't see it on camera, but I will be reading. Basically, the AI is the Dungeon Master, but I am its assistant. And I am reading what it is telling us to do. We've got all of our stuff here, our dice, all of our notebooks and stuff are ready to go. We were gonna actually start planning this off camera, but then this thing started to go buck wild, so I'm saving it for the video. Let's introduce our characters. Dawson, who are you going to be playing as today?
I am by the name Auric Valenwood. What the heck his name was?
That's supposed to be two.
I think it's Wood.
Oh, okay, so two others. So yeah, Auric Valenwood. But he is a lawful good human paladin, knight. Ability scores, from what we got, we took a test to, we took a test, really long test, it was like 140 questions.
Yeah.
140 questions that we put in all of our answers that went for us, and it gave us characters, basically. We had to come up with the names, thanks for AI over there. But for mine, I'm a lawful good human paladin, a knight. Ability scores, strength is 18, dexterity is 18, constitution is a 17, intelligence is 15, wisdom is 17, charisma is 14. Alignment is lawful good, 25%. Lawful and law and chaos, law is 12, neutral is 8, chaos is 6. Good and evil, good is 13, neutral is 8, evil is 0. Race is a human. And my class is a paladin knight.
And you'll see the pictures of what our characters look like on the screen. You probably already saw Dawson's already, so...
Can you, while we're playing, have the characters' pictures, below us the entire time?
Yeah.
I'll send you, close-ups of all of them.
Yeah. So we've got, you get to see what his character looks like as we're playing this game. Katelynn, who are you playing as today?
I am... Lyra Vexrin?
Yeah.
Vexa? Lyra Vexa. I am chaotic good human. I'm putting myself as a mage on this, but ideally cleric. My ability scores, my strength is 13, dexterity is 15, constitution 15, intelligence 14, wisdom 17, charisma 14. My alignment is chaotic good 27, law and chaos 14, good and evil good 13, race is human, and class is cleric, but for the time being, mage.
Okay. And for my character, I am Darian Thornbrook, who is a ranger. Strength 12, dexterity 13, constitution 12, intelligence 13, wisdom 13, charisma 12, alignment neutral, good, and true neutral. I'm a true neutral. Law and chaos neutral, good and evil, good and neutral, race human, and class ranger. So this will be very interesting to see where this goes, because none of the three of us have tried this ChatGPT D&D ever.
Yeah.
So this will be a very interesting experience, and again, I paid $20, so please help me in the comments down below.
Please, for the love of God.
Help me earn this money back. No, I'm kidding. So we were planning this out, going to try to plan it out before we started recording, but I'll read off what we've done so far. It asked us how many people we're going to be playing. It was the three of us, and then the names of the players are Lyra and Darian. And then it randomized what character selection order we're going to be doing, and we are starting off with Katelynn's character, Lyra, who is, in this particular game, is going to be a mage. And right when I hit mage, it gave me a whole on backstory. And I was like, I got to save this for the video. So, before we get kicked off, we're going to get all the backstories and all the stuff together for all of us.
Yes.
And I'm going to read the backstory of Katelynn's character. Lyra was born under the celestial alignment of the three moons, a rare event that occurs only once every century. As a child, she displayed an uncanny talent for magic, summoning harmless illusions and moving small objects with her mind. Her talents caught the eye of the Archmage of the Arcane Citadel, who took her in as apprentice. She spent years studying the ancient tomes, mastering spells of fire, ice, and lightning, and even dabbling in forbidden necromancy. However, a mysterious vision of a dark prophecy has driven her to leave the safety of the Citadel and seek answers in the wider world. Her journey is just beginning, but she is certain that her destiny is tied to forces beyond her understanding. And then it's asking if you want to keep that or not.
Sure.
Backstory, okay. Alright, my turn. So that's the backstory of Lyra and her character, and Katelynn did not decide to change it, so that's what we're sticking with. So my dude is an archer. In this case, I'll be an archer because Ranger's not on here.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be an archer. I'm gonna type that in. Let's see what this thing does. Right. Darian Thornbrook grew up in the shadowy forests of the Whispering Woods, a place where the trees seem to whisper ancient secrets to those who know how to listen. Raised by a band of skilled hunters and rangers, Darian was taught the art of archery from a young age. His keen eye and steady hand made him a natural with the bow, and by his late teens, he was the best marksman in his clan. However, a tragic event changed his life forever. His village was attacked by a marauding band of orcs, and despite his best efforts, he was unable to save his family. Wow, great. I'm like Batman over here.
You're traumatized.
I'm traumatized. Haunted by guilt and driven by thirst for revenge, Darian now roams the lands as a wandering archer, always seeking the next challenge that might bring him peace, or at least a worthy fight. I like it. We'll keep it. So I am a dark individual. Even though my guy has like he's good and neutral, but he's got a very dark past. Alright, so you're a paladin, Dawson, right?
Yes.
Alright, so we're gonna put paladin for Mr. Auric Palestine, as Katelynn just whispered in my ear. Alright, so let's see what Auric's backstory is. Auric Valenwood was born into a noble family. Known for their direction, please go away, please, I'm trying to read. From a young age, Auric was trained in the ways of the sword and the teachings of his order, preparing to take up the mantle of a paladin. His sense of righteousness and unwavering moral compass earned him respect among his peers, but also made him a target for those who resented the strictures of his faith. On the day of his initiation into the Order of the Radiant Dawn, a terrible vision struck him. A shadowy figure, cloaked in darkness, threatening to engulf the world in chaos. With a heavy heart, Ark swore a sacred oath to seek out and destroy this evil, even if it meant defying the very laws he once vowed to uphold. Now he travels the land, a shining beacon of hope in a world teetering on the edge of despair. Do you want to keep that?
Sure.
Alright, we're going to keep it.
Sounds
So,
good, right?
now it says, once you've all confirmed your character lores, we'll move forward with the next steps of our adventure. It's going to be fascinating. Awesome. Alright. Let's continue. I don't know what else to put. So put that. Alright. Section 2, we're going to generate the world. It's going to be fun. Now that our heroes are ready, it's time to set the stage for their adventure. Before we proceed, do any of you have a specific world or setting, well, I don't have a PDF, but you'd like to submit for the adventure? If not, I will generate a world tailored to your characters and their stories. I guess we can let it generate one.
Yeah.
Generate a world for us. Right. The realm of Elendor.
Elendor.
I cannot imagine how long it took this guy to make this, but...
Right?
Shout out to Tristan Taylor. That's the guy who made this GPT. What? Elendor? Elandor. Welcome to Elendor, a vast and mystical realm steeped in ancient magic and riddled with long-forgotten secrets. Elendor is a land of diverse landscapes, from the towering peaks of the Cinderclaw Mountains to the dense, whispering trees of the Gloaming Forest. The realm is dotted with small villages, grand cities, and ancient ruins, each with its own tales of heroism and tragedy. There's the key locations in Elendor. The Arcane Citadel. Perched atop a jagged cliff overlooking the sea, this ancient fortress is the center of magical study in Elendor. It is where Lyra Vexara honed her skills, and it holds many secrets. Some, even scholars, dare to not explore. Ooh. Here's very secretive.
Apparently.
The Whispering Woods, a vast forest known for its ethereal beauty and the strange ghostly whispers that echo through its trees. This is where Darian Thornbrook was raised and where he learned the ways of the forest and the bow. Deep within, ancient spirits are said to roam, guarding secrets from the time before man. Okay. We've got the Radiant Temple, an ancient temple dedicated to the god of justice, where Art Valenwood swore his sacred oath. It stands as a beacon of light in the land, its golden spires visible for miles around. Beneath it lies a crypt where the greatest heroes of the Order are laid to rest, along with powerful relics. I'm liking this so far.
Yeah.
I'm liking it very... you know, with ChatGPT, folks, or AI in general, you don't expect much. But then when you get something like this, I expect a lot now. So, moving on. Next we have the Cinderclaw Mountains, a treacherous mountain range home to fire-breathing dragons and hidden dwarven kingdoms. The mountains are said to hold vast riches, but also unimaginable dangers. It is rumored that the shadowy figure from Ark's vision resides deep within these peaks, so that's important for you, Dawson.
What was it called again?
The Cinderclaw Mountains.
Like Cinderella.
So, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a lot of reading. If you know how D&D works, that's pretty much what it is. So, stick around. It's going to get interesting as we keep going on. Got that? Awesome.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Number 5, we've got the Forgotten Ruins. Scattered across Elendor are ancient ruins from a time before recorded history. These ruins are often filled with traps, treasures, and the remnants of old magic. Some say that the ruins are the key to understanding the dark prophecy that drives Lyra Vexara on her quest. So, there's that. We've got number 6, the Shadowfen Marshes. A vast swampy region filled with treacherous terrain and dangerous creatures. The marshes are home to a reclusive order of druids and rumored to be the hiding place of powerful artifacts. And then the final location in this group is the Black Market of Greystone. In the lawless city of Greystone, anything can be bought for the right price. Assassins, mercenaries, and thieves gather here to trade in illicit goods and information. It's a dangerous place, but one where invaluable allies or deadly enemies can be found. And here is the overview of the world. The kingdom of Elendor has long been ruled by a benevolent king, but shadows grow in the east. The once quiet land is now rife with rumors of a rising darkness, strange creatures emerging from the forgotten ruins, and a prophecy that foretells the return of an ancient evil. The roads are no longer safe, and travelers are advised to stick close to well-guarded caravans. The king's forces are spread thin, and he has called upon heroes from all walks of life to aid in defending the realm. Our heroes find themselves at the crossroads of destiny, with their paths converging in the town of Brightwatch, a bustling trade town located at the foot of the Cinderclaw Mountains. It is here that they will begin their journey, each drawn by their own motivations, yet all destined to face the growing darkness that threatens to engulf Elendor. So, we are all meeting at a town called Brightwatch. That's pretty much the gist of that. I will now create a detailed medieval-style map of the world of Elendor to guide you through your adventure. Please hold on for a moment. Generating the map. Is there any image or detail you'd like me to include in the map, or anything specific you'd like to see as part of this world before we proceed? No?
Send it.
Oh, gotta type it. I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this episode. So, I think we are. Whoa. Oh, we're getting a picture. We're getting a picture. I will save picture so we can all see it. Because I am currently not recording. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Holy crap. Alright, let's save this. Alright, as you can see on the screen right now, this is a map. Not a great looking map because the text looks funky. But this is
AI wording.
It is, yeah. This is a map of the city, or the world that we are in right now. Just take a good look at it. It's on the screen. We're all looking at it right now. So take a good look at the some of these.
There's the Cinderclaw Mountains.
That's where your little issue is, and then
Mine's near there.
yeah. And then I'm all, man, y'all are near each other. I'm all the way down here, like at the bottom.
The Whitfield Woods.
The Whifflin Wood.
Oh, 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 oh.
It
All
also
right.
doesn't have north, south, east, and west on there properly.
We got new directions. It's called North West. It's got the H.
And there's nothing else.
We have a very small map. Here's a map of Elendor in the world in which your adventure will take place. With this map, you can explore the various regions, uncover secrets, and navigate the challenges that await you. Now that the world is set, let's move on to the next phase of our adventure. The scenario generator.
Oh boy, okay.
Your journey begins in the town of Brightwatch, at the foot of the Cinderclaw Mountains. The town is bustling with merchants, travelers, and adventurers alike, all abuzz with the latest rumors of a dark force rising in the east. Scenario 1. As the three of you arrive in Brightwatch, you each have your reasons for being here. The town square is filled with colorful market stalls. The smell of freshly baked bread wafts through the air, and the sound of a blacksmith hammering away rings out from a nearby forge. You gather at the Wandering Worm Tavern, a popular spot for travelers. Inside, the atmosphere is warm and lively. Adventurers exchange tales of their exploits, and a bard sings a merry tune by the fireplace. You notice a grizzled old man sitting alone in the corner, his eyes sharp and observing, seemingly out of place in this jovial setting.
Gandalf!
Okay. As you settle
That was so
into
loud.
your seats, the innkeeper, a stout woman with a friendly smile, approaches you and asks what brings such a diverse group of adventurers together. Alright, so it's asking the three of us what we want to do. 1. Approach the grizzled old man and ask him what he knows about the rumors of dark forces. 2. Join the bard and sing a tune to gather information from the other patrons. 3. Speak with the innkeeper and ask if she's heard any news from the Cinderclaw Mountains. Or 4. Decide your own fate. What will you choose? We can take a vote if we want. Since it's the three of us, it's not just one person being asked.
Yeah.
I don't know you two, but what do y'all want to do?
I'm kind of thinking either 3 or 4.
I was thinking 2 because
Okay.
it's a softer approach.
Okay.
What
So-
was two again?
2 is the join the bard and sing a tune to gather information from the other patrons.
I'm not seeing.
Okay. So, well, I said 3 or 4, so I guess we're eliminating 1,
Yeah.
unless you want to go with
What is 3?
to speak with the innkeeper and ask if she's heard any news from the Senecal Mountains. And that's kind of where your character, yeah, it's kind of where your character is.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Okay, so I said 3, he said 3, she said 2, so we're going to go with the majority, and that is 3.
Have some poop up.
Alright, Lyra Vexara, Darian Thornbrook, and can you please stop moving? Eric
It's still
Ballinwoods
going.
decide to speak with the innkeeper, hoping to gather some valuable information. The innkeeper, whose name you learn is Myra, smiles warmly as she cleans a tankard with a cloth. Ah, it's not often I see such a unique group of adventurers together. The Cinderclaw Mountains, you say. There's always some trouble brewing up there. Just last week, a group of miners came running down, claiming they saw something unnatural. They didn't stay long enough to describe it in detail. Too frightened, I suppose. She leans in closer, lowering her voice so only the 3 of you can hear. But I'll tell you this. There's been talk of strange lights in the sky above those mountains. Some say it's the work of an old sorcerer who was banished from the arcane citadel years ago. Others claim it's something far worse, ancient magic, the likes of which hasn't been seen in centuries. If you're planning to head that way, you'd best be prepared. The mountains aren't forgiving to the unprepared. As Myra speaks, you notice the grizzled old man in the corner glance in your direction, his eyes narrowing slightly. It seems he might have overheard the conversation, or perhaps he was listening all along. What will you do next? Number 1, confront the grizzled old man and ask what he knows. Ask Myra if she knows any locals who might guide you safely through the mountains. 3, head to the market to purchase supplies for the journey ahead, or make something up.
Me personally, I would pull out a dagger and walk up to the old man and be like, "Excuse me."
There's no excuse
Well,
me in that.
there's a decide your own fate option.
Yeah.
And we could put that you do that.
I do say, I mean, I agree of confronting the old man.
Okay. We can either confront him or threaten to kill him.
Excuse me, Gandalf.
So, do you want to just confront him, or do you want to threaten his life?
We'll say confront.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's how you get chaotic real quick. For the
All
one
right.
who isn't chaotic, you're choosing very chaotic moves.
I didn't like how he was looking at me.
All right. They give us 2 responses. I'm just gonna go with the first one
Okay, bye.
because I don't want to read through them all. I'm running off of a hotspot, so this is gonna. What in the world? It literally didn't even give me nothing. Oh, I guess we are going with the second one then. All right. Oh, we just Dawson stuff. All right. Determined to uncover more about the mysterious happenings in the Cinderclaw Mountains, the trio decides to approach the grizzled old man sitting alone in the corner of the tavern. As you walk toward him, the lively chatter and music of the Wandering Worm Tavern seem to fade slightly, lending an air of gravity to the encounter. That'd be funny if for the parts when they tell you, like, ask you what to do, what if we, like, rolled the dice? And whatever number it gave, you have to...
We should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since we have, just so we can use it.
Yeah.
We'll do that next time.
Because there's like, what, 3 to 4 options?
There's 4 options. And 4 would make it interesting, because then we'd have to figure out
Yeah.
what we
So,
want to do.
It would be your little diamond guy.
Or your square.
And just skip 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was not do 4.
The old man looks up as you approach, his piercing gray eyes studying each of you intently. Up close, you notice deep scars as across his weathered face and a faint aura of magical energy surrounding him. His cloak is tattered, the hints at once being of fine quality, and a worn emblem depicting a crescent moon entwined with a serpent hangs around his neck. He gestures to the empty seats at his table with a gnarled hand. I wondered when you lot would come over. Not many dare to ask about the mountains these days, especially not outsiders. Name's Eldrin. And you are? Art Valenwood steps forward. His posture upright and respectful. I am Arik Valenwood.
I am Arik Valenwood.
You can read your parts if you want. And these are my companions, Lyra Vexara and Darian Thornbrook.
Hey, put the computer.
I was trying to figure that whole situation out, but I was trying to give Ram.
We're gonna make this legitimate here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, use all little characters.
Yeah, you just put it in the center. I can't move everything. Alright, Dawson, read your line.
Oh yeah.
And I'll narrate.
Alright. Let's see, where are we at?
At Arik.
I am Arik Valen, and these are my companions, Lyra Vexra and Darian Thornbrook. We're seeking information about the disturbances in the Cinder Claw Mountains. You seem to know more than most.
Eldrin smirks, revealing a missing tooth. Perhaps I do. Spent more years than I can count wandering those peaks. Seen things that'll haunt your dreams and some that'll fill you with wonder. But information isn't free, especially not the kind you're after. Lyra Vexara leans in, her eyes flashing with curiosity.
Wow, I just suddenly forgot how to read. What is it that you want in exchange, Eldrin? Gold, favors, or perhaps you seek assistance of your own?
Eldrin's expression grows serious, and he lowers his voice to a hushed tone. Clever girl. As it happens, there is something you can help me with. Deep within the mountains,
Deep within the mountains
lies an ancient temple known as the Sanctum of Echoes. I've been searching for a relic hidden there, a gem of starlight. It holds power beyond measure and could be the key to stopping the darkness that's creeping over these lands. My adventuring days are behind me, but perhaps you could retrieve it. Do this, and I'll tell you everything you wish to know and more. He pauses, gauging your reactions before continuing. But be warned, the path is perilous, and you're not the only one seeking the gem. Dark forces are at play, and time is of the essence. Darian Thornbrook crosses his arms, eyeing Eldrin skeptically. How do we know we can trust you? For all we know, this could be a trap. Eldrin meets Darian's gaze steadily. You don't. Trust is earned, not given. But consider this. While you sit here debating, the darkness grows stronger. The choice is yours. And now we get to figure out what we
Well,
can do.
Eldrin, if you backstab me, I'm slitting your throat.
Alright, so we've got 1, accept Eldrin's quest and agree to retrieve the Gem of Starlight from the Sanctum of Echoes. 2, press Eldrin for more information before making a decision. Decline Eldrin's offer and seek information elsewhere. 4, suggest forming a partnership with Eldrin, asking him to accompany you on the quest. Or 5, create your own course of action. And this is where we're going to roll the dice, figure out where we want to go.
Alright.
Number 1, we're going to accept it.
Alright.
So we're going to type a 1. Oh, okay. I'll click on that. I'm going to put 1. Go! It is chosen to take the quest. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of words. Without hesitation, the trio nods in agreement. The stakes are high, and the opportunity to retrieve the Gem of Starlight seems crucial to their mission, and perhaps the fate of Elandor itself. Art Valenwood steps forward, his voice firm and resolute.
We accept your quest. We accept your quest. We accept your quest, Eldrin. We will retrieve the Gem of Starlight from the Sanctum of Echoes and bring it back to you in return. You will share with us all you know about the dangers lurking in the Cinderclaw Mountains, or I'm going to slit your throat.
Yeah. Eldrin smiles, a gleam of something, perhaps hope, perhaps relief, flickering in his eyes. You have my word, Paladin. But remember, the Sanctum is no ordinary temple. It's a place where the echoes of the past can become all too real. Prepare yourselves well, and trust no one but each other. Now let me show you something that might help.
I hope you have your word, because I'm going to slit your throat.
Stop trying to slit his throat.
He reaches
has
into his
info.
cloak and pulls out a small, weathered map. The edges are frayed and the ink is faded, but the outline of the Cinderclaw Mountains and a marked path leading to the Sanctum of Echoes is clearly visible. This map will guide you to the Sanctum. It's not the most direct route, but it will keep you out of sight of most of the creatures that roam those mountains. Once inside, you'll need to solve the riddle of the echoes to find the gem. Good luck, and may the light guide your way. With that, Eldrin folds the map and hands it to Auric. The weight of the task ahead settles over the group, but so too is a sense of purpose. And now we will roll again.
I really hope it's 3.
1, we've got head to the market to gather supplies for the journey to the Cinderclaw Mountains. 2, leave immediately for the Cinderclaw Mountains, trusting that you are prepared. 3, consult with Myra, the innkeeper, one last time for any additional advice or supplies she might offer. Or decide your own fate, Katelynn. You can roll. Oh, it is
Let's
3!
Go!
Nice!
Thank
Alright,
God.
it is 3. We're gonna go talk to Myra now. And Dawson is deaf.
Yeah. Ow.
Alright.
Thank God.
Before setting out on your journey, the group decides to consult with Myra, the innkeeper, one last time. You return to the bar where she is busy serving other patrons, but immediately notices your approach. Back again? You look like you've made up your minds. What can I do for you? Lyra Vexara steps forward, her voice calm but purposeful.
Oh, Myra, you sound like a dude.
Yeah, man. I might change it in the video.
We've accepted a quest that will take us deep into the Cinderclaw Mountains to an ancient temple called the Sanctum of Echoes. We're hoping you might have some last-minute advice or perhaps some supplies that could aid us on our journey.
Myra's eyes widen slightly at the mention of the sanctum, and she nods thoughtfully. The Sanctum of Echoes. I've heard of it. Few who've gone there have ever returned, but those who did spoke of strange sounds and whispers that played tricks on their minds. If you're really heading there, you'll need more than just courage. She reaches beneath the bar and pulls out a small, well-worn wooden box. Opening it, she reveals several items inside. These might help you. First, a potion of healing. Never know when you might need a quick pick-me-up. Next, a talisman of warding. It's said to protect against dark magic, though it's never been tested in the likes of those mountains. And finally, a map of the surrounding area, or another one, around Brightwatch. Oh, I didn't read on. Including some paths, a safe path through the forest leading to the mountains. She hands the items to you, and you can feel the weight of the talisman in your hand. Cold to the touch, but oddly comforting. I can't offer much more, but I can tell you this. Stay close to each other. The Sanctum has a way of separating those who enter, both physically and in spirit. And if you find yourselves lost, trust in the light to guide your way back. With a final nod, Myra turns back to her work, leaving you with the items and a renewed sense of determination. And Katelynn is writing those down right now.
And these are things that she got.
Yeah, she's been given that stuff. Alright, so now it's time for Dawson to roll, because I did, she did, and now Dawson's going to, so we're going to figure out whether we'll, 1, head to the market to gather any additional supplies, 2, leave immediately for the Cinderclaw, I'm about to say Slenderman, Cinderclaw Mountains, using the map to guide your way, 3, discuss strategy with your companions before setting out, or 4, decide your own fate. Dawson, you can roll.
6, 3.
Alright, we're going to discuss strategy before we set out, which is logical, makes sense, I think. So let's see what happens. I was trying to make a way so we can incorporate the dice into it.
I hope that gives us the option to incorporate the dice a lot.
But for now, as we go along, if we find some more stuff, we might find some that.
That's all different steps.
No, that's my
Parts.
stuff.
That is your stuff?
That's my stuff.
Okay, I
yeah.
thought that was like different steps. Okay,
No, this is all one thing.
I was looking at that earlier.
Alright, we're discussing strategy now. So before venturing into the unknown dangers of the Cinderclaw Mountains, the group decides to take a moment to discuss their strategy. You find a quiet corner of the tavern where you can speak without interruption. The map Eldrin provided is spread out on the table, and the items Myra gave you are placed in the center. Auric Valenwood begins, his voice steady and commanding.
We need to approach this carefully. The Sanctum of Echoes is no ordinary temple. If the stories are true, we're facing more than just physical dangers. We must be prepared for traps, illusions, and whatever dark magic lies within.
Lyra Vexara nods, her eyes focus on the map.
I agree. I've studied ancient magic, but the Sanctum's magic might be different. Older, perhaps more dangerous. We should use the talisman of warding wisely. If we encounter anything that feels unnatural, I'll try to sense its origin. But we must stay together no matter what.
Darian Thornbrook looks up from the map, his expression thoughtful. I'm more worried about the creatures we might encounter on the way there. The mountains are home to more than just wild animals. We could be facing anything from bandits to worse. I'll take the lead, scout ahead when needed, and ensure we don't walk into an ambush. But if we get separated, we should have a plan. And then Dawson.
We're good.
I go to the top.
If we're separated, we regroup at the entrance of the sanctum. We must trust in the abilities of each other. Darian, you'll take point with your scouting. Lyra, you stay in the center to cast spells and protect us with magic. I'll hold the rear and protect us from any threats that try to sneak up on us.
Agreed. And remember, the sanctum's echoes are said to confuse the mind. We need to be vigilant, especially when it comes to making decisions. Let's move swiftly but cautiously.
We should also ration our supplies. The mountains are treacherous, and we don't know how long it will take to find the sanctum. We'll need to conserve our strength. With the plan agreed upon, the three of you gather your belongings and prepare to set out. The atmosphere in the tavern is still lively, but the weight of your mission hangs heavily over you. You feel a sense of camaraderie growing between you, a bond forged by the challenges ahead. Alright, I get the roll next. What will you do next? Alright, we either head to the market
Scream.
for any... Yeah, that should be it. Hey, decide your own fate. Scream. I can't wait till it picks decide your own fate, and then we'll have to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a beer.
Head to the market for any final supplies before leaving Brightwatch. Leave immediately for the mountains. Consult the map one more time, or decide your own fate. Here we go.
Can we not take the map with us? I mean, you can't, but...
2. We leave right for the mountains.
Sweet.
Wow. Alright, we're going straight for the mountains, folks.
Alright.
We're like, strategy's gone, we're going.
We're going on an adventure.
The journey
Scenario
begins.
1.
We're still in scenario 1. With your strategy discussed and supplies in hand, the three of you waste no time in setting out for the Cinderclaw Mountains. The sun hangs low in the sky, casting long shadows as you leave the safety of Brightwatch behind. The path ahead is daunting, but the determination in your hearts is unwavering. Using the map provided by Eldrin, you make your way through the Whispering Woods. Trees here are ancient, their branches intertwining above to form a natural canopy that filters the sunlight into dappled patterns on the forest floor. The air is filled with the faint sound of rustling leaves, and every so often a whisper seems to carry through the trees, perhaps just the wind, or perhaps something more. Darian Thornbrook takes the lead, his keen eyes scanning the path ahead for any signs of danger. The forest is dense, but the path marked on the map is clear. You move swiftly but cautiously, knowing that the deeper you venture into the woods, the closer you come to the mountains and the unknown dangers that await. As the day wears on, the terrain begins to change. The trees thin out, giving way to rocky foothills. The ground underfoot becomes uneven, and the sound of distant waterfalls can be heard echoing off the cliffs. The Cinderclaw Mountains loom ahead, their jagged peaks reaching up to pierce the sky. The sun The sun is beginning to set, Jesus, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple. You know that traveling in the mountains at night is dangerous, but the sooner you reach the Sanctum of Echoes, the better your chances of stopping the darkness that threatens Elendor. Alright, it's time for Katelynn to roll. What will you do next? Press on through the night, set up camp at the base of the mountains, scout the immediate area, or we get to choose. So here we go.
You know, I don't even know which one.
Katelynn, roll.
5.
There's no 5.
4.
Oh, we get to choose what we want to do. Okay, so we're gonna go with 4. See what it does. I guess this is the rolling part.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Alright. Choosing your own fate. The 3 of you pause at the base of the Cinderclaw Mountains. Holy crap, dude, I'm not even done yet!
Hold on, just let it roll.
The 3 of you pause at the base of the Cinderclaw Mountains, taking in the imposing sight of the jagged peaks silhouetted against the darkening sky. You know that pressing forward through the night could be dangerous, and setting up camp might invite unwanted attention. However, a different plan begins to take shape in your minds, one that combines caution with strategy. Lyra Vexaris speaks first, her voice calm and deliberate.
we could take advantage of the twilight. Instead of camping or pressing on blindly, what if we use this time to prepare? We could find a secure location, perhaps a cave or a sheltered spot, where we could rest in shifts and keep watch of any approaching dangers. This way we're not caught off guard and we can still be ready to move at the first light.
Darian Thornbrook nods in agreement, his keen eyes scanning the surroundings. I like that idea. I'll scout ahead and see if I can find us a suitable place. If there's a cave or a hidden spot, it'll provide us with the cover we need. Meanwhile, Arik, you could gather some wood and prepare a small controlled fire, just enough to keep us warm, but not enough to draw attention. Arik Valenwood smiles, his armor clinking slightly as he adjusts his sword.
Agreed. Also set up some makeshift defense around our camp. Tripwires or anything that could give us an early warning if something approaches. We'll need every advantage that we can get.
With your plan set, Darian moves ahead to scout the area while Arik and Lyra stay back to prepare for the night. After a short while, Darian returns with good news. He's found a small cave hidden behind a cluster of rocks and trees. It's just large enough to provide shelter for the three of you, and the entrance is narrow, making it easy to defend. Oh, jeez, I started moving. The group quickly moves to the cave, where Arik sets up a small fire, careful to keep it low and hidden from any wandering eyes. He also places a few makeshift alarms, small bundles of twigs tied with string around the entrance, ready to alert you to any intruders. Lyra, meanwhile, uses her magic to create a protective ward at the cave's entrance, a faint shimmer of energy that might deter anything with ill intentions. With the camp prepared, the three of you settle in, taking turns to keep watch through the night. The cave is cool and dry, and the fire provides just enough warmth to stave off the mountain chill. As the hours pass, the night outside grows darker, and the sounds of the forest are replaced by the eerie silence of the mountains. The night passes uneventfully, and as the first light of dawn begins to break over the horizon, you feel a renewed sense of purpose. The Sanctum of Echoes awaits, and with your preparations complete, you are ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Alright, Dawson, you get the roll now.
What's your options?
So we get to either break camp and continue your journey to the Sanctum of Echoes. Scout the surrounding area one last time before moving forward. Discuss your plan of attack for when you reach the Sanctum, or the characters get to decide what they want to do. It's always a 5. Oh, they get to decide. Man, we're really letting them choose. Like, here you go.
It's like,
Do it, guys. Don't screw us up.
let it roll.
Alright. Here we go. Scenario 2. We're entering Scenario 2 now. The journey continues.
Choosing your own path.
With the dawn breaking over the Cinderclaw Mountains, the three of you feel a renewed sense of determination. Instead of following the expected route directly to the Sanctum of Echoes, you decide to take a more strategic approach, combining caution with curiosity. Darian Thornbrook suggests a bold plan. We know the Sanctum lies ahead, but rushing in might not be our best option. What if we take some time to explore the surrounding area first? There could be hidden paths, ancient markings, or even remnants of old magic that might give us an edge once we enter the Sanctum. Lyra Vexara nods thoughtfully, her eyes bright with interest.
That's a good idea. We might discover something that helps us inside the Sanctum, perhaps even a hidden entrance or a way to bypass some of the dangers. I can use my magic to sense any lingering arcane energies in the area. If there's anything unusual, we'll know about it.
Arik Valenwood adds, his voice steady.
If we do encounter any threats, we'll deal with them before we're deep inside the Sanctum. Better to face dangers in the open where we can retreat if necessary. They'll keep watch over us as we explore, ready to protect us from any harm.
The three of you agree on this cautious and calculated approach. You break camp, carefully extinguishing the fire and gathering your belongings. With Darian leading the way, you begin to explore the surrounding area, keeping an eye out for anything that might provide an advantage. As you move through the rugged terrain, you notice signs that this area was once inhabited by an ancient civilization. Faded carvings on the rocks depict scenes of battle, rituals, and the worship of a strange deity, perhaps connected to the Sanctum of Echoes. Lyra pauses, closing her eyes and focusing her magic. She extends her senses outward, searching for any traces of arcane energy. After a moment, she opens her eyes, a look of realization on her face.
There's something powerful near. I can't pinpoint it exactly, but it's not far. It feels like a source of ancient magic, something tied to the Sanctum. We should investigate.
Following Lyra's guidance, the group alters its course slightly, heading toward the source of the magical energy. The path becomes steeper and the air grows colder as you ascend further into the mountains. After a short climb, you reach a secluded plateau, hidden from view by the surrounding cliffs. In the center of the plateau lies a large, intricately carved stone altar. The carvings are similar to those you saw earlier, but these are much more detailed. The altar pulses faintly with a soft blue light, a clear indication that it holds some kind of magical power. And Dawson gets the roll.
Lyra, I don't know where the hell you're taking us, but it's cold. And I don't like it.
Alright, well, the choices are examine the altar closely to understand its purpose and possibility to activate its power. 2 is search the surrounding area for any clues or hidden passages. 3 is use Lyra's magic to directly interact with the altar and attempt to unlock its secrets, or they get to figure out what they want to do. So, Dawson.
It's cold and I blame you.
Alright, here we go. What's it gonna be?
Cold.
It just said we filled the air with cold air. Because you took us down a path where the ancient magic is.
Well,
Follow along.
Is that 1? Alright, examine the altar closely, understand its purpose, and possibly activate its power.
Damn it! It's cold!
Alright. The 3 of you approach the intricately carved stone altar. Its soft blue glow pulsing rhythmically like a heartbeat. The air around the altar feels charged with ancient energy, and you can sense that this place holds some significance, possibly tied to the Sanctum of Echoes. Art Valenwood steps forward cautiously, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword. His eyes scan the carvings, taking in the detailed imagery that decorates the surface of the stone. The carvings depict scenes of figures clad in robes, seemingly performing rituals under the watchful gaze of a crescent moon. Eldrin had the crescent moon on his... We're gonna die.
She's gonna kill us.
The carvings depict scenes of figures clad in robes. Yeah, we did. Gaze of a crescent moon. In some places, the stone is worn smooth from the passage of time, but the overall design is still visible.
This is your fault, I'm blaming you, but these carvings.
we all agreed to take
Before
this.
we started rolling, we did.
They tell a story, a ritual perhaps, or maybe a warning spell. We should be careful. This altar might be protected by ancient magic. Or, it could be a key to something much larger.
Darian Thornbrook kneels beside the altar, examining the ground around it for any hidden mechanisms or traps. His sharp eyes catch a glimpse of something unusual, small, almost imperceptible grooves carved into the stone floor, leading from the altar to the edge of the plateau. There's something here. These grooves, they're not natural. It's as if something is meant to follow through them, like liquid or perhaps light. This altar might activate something else, maybe even open a hidden passage. Lyra Bexara moves closer, her fingers lightly tracing the carvings as she does. The blue glow intensifies slightly, and she feels a faint hum of energy beneath her fingertips.
What have I done? I can feel the magic in this altar. It's powerful, but also dormant. Whatever this altar is meant to do, it requires something to activate it. Perhaps a ritual or an offering. Good God, we're not doing an offering!
Told you, she's the problem.
No, I'm not! We should proceed with caution, but this could be the key to unlocking a hidden path or gaining some insight into the sanctum. Why am I, leading all of the main ideas?
Alright, I get to roll next. So we either 1, attempt to activate the altar, 2, search for an offering or ritual, 3, use Lyra's magic to directly interact with the altar, 4, leave the altar for now and continue exploring the area, or 5, decide your own fate.
4.
Here we go.
4 or 5.
3, we get to use her magic to directly...
I'm
No!
gonna kill myself.
Oh gosh, she's
You're
gonna
gonna kill us.
You're gonna kill us.
Gonna kill all of us.
Oh my gosh, this is an interesting one.
Hey, Darren. Who is she?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, brother.
Listen, we came from the top of the map, he came from the bottom when we met in the middle.
I don't know you.
I don't know either one of you either. We don't know each other.
My family died. My family's gone.
Get over it.
It's okay, I made myself a purposeful orphan, so.
Yeah. Recognizing the potential power within the altar, Lyra Bexar steps forward, her hands glowing faintly as she channels her magical energy. The blue light from the altar pulses in response as if it recognizes her intent. The air around you grows thick with anticipation as Lyra prepares to unlock whatever secrets the altar holds.
Excuse me.
You're not excused.
Oh my gosh. This altar is ancient, tied to the same magic that permits the sanctum. If we're to unlock its powers, I need to carefully attune my magic to it. This could awaken something, perhaps knowledge or even a hidden path, but it could also be dangerous. Be ready for anything. Oh no.
Oh, you'll say, you know.
Yeah,
Ark,
he's
Valenwood,
carrying
and Darian
chaos.
Thornbrook take defensive positions, as they should, ready to protect Lyra from any potential threat. Ark's hands tightens around the hilt of his sword, while Darian knocks an arrow, his eyes scanning the surroundings. With a deep breath, Lyra extends her hands towards the altar, allowing her magic to flow into the ancient stone. The blue light intensifies, spreading across the carvings and filling the grooves that Darian had noticed earlier. The energy flows like liquid, moving along the paths carved into the stone, and radiating outward from the altar. As the energy reaches its peak...
I did. Might be.
It's okay. Reaches its peak, the entire plateau seems to vibrate with magical force. The carvings on the altar begin to shift, rearranging themselves into a new pattern, a sequence of runes glowing with blue fire. The runes pulse with power, and Lyra instinctively understands that they are part of an ancient spell, designed to protect or reveal something significant.
These ruins, they form a spell of protection, or also one of revelation. Wow. It's a ward. Meant to hide something powerful, something that can only be revealed by those who understand the magic. I can feel it. There's a hidden path beneath this plateau, and the altar is the key.
As Lyra's magic completes the sequence, the ground beneath the altar trembles. The stone splits open with a low rumble, revealing a narrow staircase leading down into the depths of hell. No, I'm kidding. Of the mountain. The air that rises from below is cool and carries the scent of an ancient earth and forgotten places. Darian Thornbrook lowers his bow slightly, his voice a mix of awe and caution. You did it, Lyra. But this hidden path, it looks like it hasn't been touched in centuries. Who knows what lies down there? Ark Valenwood steps forward, peering into the darkened stairway.
Of course not. Whatever it is, it's something we need to see.
I did not want to say that. He's like, I don't want to do that.
This could lead us directly to the sanctum, or to something even more important. We should proceed, but with caution. I'll take the lead.
Something he did not want to do.
He didn't want to do that. He said,
I blame you, still.
The hidden path before you is shrouded in mystery, but it could be the key to gaining an advantage over whatever dangers lie in wait within the Sanctum of Echoes. Katelyn's going to roll next, and she either gets to decide whether we descend the hidden staircase immediately, prepare further before entering, explore the surrounding area further, or they get to figure out what they want to do.
3.
Explore the surrounding area further before deciding to enter the hidden path. Something smart for once.
The dice, man.
The dice, yeah, roll the random. Although the hidden staircase beckons, the group decides that it would be wise to further explore the surrounding area before descending into the unknown. After all, this ancient place may hold more secrets or useful resources that could be crucial in the challenges ahead. Ark Valenwood turns to his companions, his voice steady.
I'm going to back up the staircase for a second. Before we descend into this place, let's make sure we've gathered all the information and resources we can. This area is ancient and might hold other clues or tools that could aid us. Darian, you're our best scout. Lead the way.
Thanks for killing me. Darian
I was about to walk in.
I know, yeah. You thought twice and you're like, no, I'll let him do it.
Hold on. I'm good.
Darian Thornbrook nods and moves ahead. He's stupid. His sharp eyes scanning every nook and cranny of the plateau. Meanwhile, Lyra Vexara keeps her senses attuned to any magical presences, ready to alert the group to anything unusual. The plateau is rugged and overgrown, but you move carefully, paying attention to the details around you. After several minutes of exploration, Darian's keen eye catches something, a glint of metal, partially buried under a layer of moss near a cluster of rocks. Over here, I found something! He brushes away the moss to reveal a rusted but still intact iron chest.
Ooh.
The chest is covered in intricate designs, similar to those on the altar, suggesting that it might be linked to the same ancient civilization. However, it is locked tight, with no obvious keyhole visible. Of course, Lyra examines the chest, sensing the faint residue of protective magic.
This chest is warded, likely to protect whatever is inside of being tampered with. The magic is old and has weakened over time, but it's still strong enough to repel a brute force attempt. I can try to dispel it, but it could be risky.
Just think of the Fortnite chests. It looks like that.
What's Fortnite?
Oh, that's true. We don't know what that is yet. Okay, now you go, Dawson.
If the chest is linked to the altar, it might contain something that we'll need inside the sanctum. Let's open it carefully. Lyra, see if you can dispel the ward. Or break it. I mean...
With the group's agreement...
Can't use brute force.
With the group's agreement, Lyra begins to weave a spell designed to unravel the protective magic around the chest. As she works, the air around the chest hums with energy, and the intricate designs begin to glow faintly. After a tense moment, the glow fades and the chest's lid creaks open slightly. The magic dissipated. Inside the chest, you will find several items of interest. A small, ornate key that matches the design of the altar's carvings, perhaps a key to something inside the sanctum. A vial of shimmering liquid labeled Elixir of Insight. Likely a potion that enhances one's perception and awareness.
I would say that you should take that.
If it gives us an option to do that.
Probably will.
A tattered map, much older. How many maps are we on? Much older than the one you received from Eldrin, showing an ancient version of the Cinderclaw Mountains. Marked on the map is a location called the Chamber of Whispers, somewhere deep within the mountains. Possibly an alternate or hidden entrance to the sanctum. Sorry, we gained a key, an elixir, and a map. And now, Dawson, you get the roll.
I would say, since it just says items gained, I would say you take the inside elixir, since you have a higher insight. Okay.
Yeah.
You take the map, and I'll take the key.
Why can't I take the key and you take the map? You're better at directions than I am.
Fine, I'll take it.
Alright, writing down time, folks. Right. I have got the elixir of insight.
I got a map!
I at least have a better idea of what's going on because magic and magic.
We've been
be
going,
better
guys,
for
for 58 minutes.
Have that and that.
Wow. There might be a part 2.
3.
Discuss the findings with your companions and decide how to proceed.
So basically,
We
we
just
were
did
literally
that.
just.
Well, we found more. We found more.
Oh wait, there's more.
Alright, now we wait for the thing to think of something. With the ancient chest open, and its contents revealed, the three of you gather around to discuss your findings and decide the best course of action. The atmosphere is tense but focused as you all understand the importance of making the right decisions before proceeding. Art Valenwood takes the ornate key in his hand, turning it over carefully.
This key. It's clearly tied to the altar's magic, and likely to something within the sanctums itself. It could open a door or passage that we wouldn't be able to access otherwise. We'll need to keep this safe. I guess heck the map. I guess I'm taking the key.
Yeah. Lyra Vexara holds up the vial of shimmering liquid, the light from the nearby altar reflecting off its surface.
The elixir of insight could be incredibly useful if it enhances perception, as I suspect. It might help us see through an illusion or hidden traps within the sanctum. We should use it wisely, perhaps right before we enter a particularly dangerous area.
So she's got the elixir.
What the heck?
And I've got the map.
So you got the map.
Dang. Never mind.
That is why I wrote all of it.
You're just
kidding. LOL.
I guess we should have waited.
I guess so.
Darian Thornbrook unrolls the tattered ancient map, his eyes narrowing as he examines the faded markings. This map, it's old. Very old. Yep. But look here, this location, marked as the Chamber of Whispers. It's deep within the mountains. And if I'm reading this correctly, it might be an alternate entrance to the sanctum. This could give us a significant advantage, or at the very least, another way in if the main entrance is too heavily guarded or trapped. The group falls silent for a moment, each considering the implications of the new information.
If the Chamber of Whispers is an alternate entrance, it could be a safer route, or it could lead us straight into a trap. Either way, it's worth considering, especially if we're trying to avoid confrontation. Till we have the upper hand.
I agree. The sanctum is likely filled with with more than just ancient magic, there could be guardians, both magical and physical, awaits for us. If we could find a way in that bypass some of those dangers, it might be our best chance.
We could use the map to navigate our way to this Chamber of Whispers. It might take longer, but it could be worth the time if it gives us an edge. Or we could head straight down to the hidden staircase and deal with whatever comes our way. And I get to decide that.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Again, I get to decide our fate again. Alright, so follow the tattered map, return to the hidden staircase and descend immediately. Formulate a plan to use the item strategically or decide our own fate. Here we go. Formulate a plan to use the item strategically as you explore the sanctum.
Oh my.
I think I'm not even going to read them. I'm just going to roll it and we're going to see what it is because I don't want to be... That's the intenseness of it.
Right.
With all the pieces of the puzzle in front of you, the group decides to take a moment to formulate a strategic plan, making the most of the items you found and the knowledge you've gained. The air is cool and still, the faint blue glow of the altar casting long shadows as you prepare for the challenge ahead. Arg Valenwood speaks first, his voice steady and commanding.
We have powerful tools at our disposal now. A key that might open hidden doors, an elixir to enhance our senses, and an ancient map that could lead us to a safer entrance. If we're going to succeed, we need to use these wisely. Here's what I suggest.
Alright, the plan. Ornate key. Arg suggests that the key should be kept by him, as he will be leading the group through potential dangers. If you encounter any locked doors or magical barriers, Arg can quickly use the key to unlock them, while Darian and Lyra keep watch. Elixir of Insight. Lyra should carry the Elixir of Insight, given her expertise in magic. The plan is to use it before entering any particular dangerous or puzzling areas, especially if you suspect illusions or traps. This way, Lyra can guide the group safely through. Tattered Ancient Map. Darian, being the most skilled in navigation and scouting, will use the map to keep track of your progress and identify any potential alternate routes or hidden passages. If the map indicates a safer or more strategic path, the group can adjust course accordingly. The group will start by ascending the hidden staircase you've discovered, using the map and key as needed. However, if the descent becomes too dangerous or if the map reveals a better option, we will consider switching to the path leading to the Chamber of Whispers. This flexible approach allows you to adapt to the situation as it unfolds. Arg will lead, ready to engage any threats head-on. Darian will follow closely, scouting ahead when necessary and keeping an eye on the map. Lyra will stay in the center, using her magic to detect and neutralize any arcane dangers. Lyra Vexar nods, satisfied with the plan.
This gives us the best chance of success. We'll need to stay sharp and work together. If we encounter anything out of the ordinary, we regroup immediately and decide the best course of action.
Darian Thornbrook rolls up the map carefully, tucking it into his pack. We've covered all our bases. Let's move forward, but remember, caution is our ally. If the situation changes, we adapt. No heroics, just smart decisions. With the plan agreed upon, the group turns back to the hidden staircase, ready to descend into the depths of the Cinderclaw Mountains. The stone steps are steep, leading into darkness, but the light from Lyra's magic and the flicker of determination in each of your hearts guide you forward. Katelynn gets to decide what we do next. So don't read them.
I'm reading them as I'm rolling.
Okay.
2.
Reconsider the alternate route and head toward the Chamber of Whispers instead.
Are we gonna ever go down these stairs?
Wow. We're gonna be here for days.
We're gonna be here for days.
We're gonna die on these
I
stairs.
still blame you.
No wonder nobody's returned. They can't figure out where to go. Alright.
Scenario 3!
We're in scenario 3 now.
You need to tell us where to go.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out, man.
I don't know why I'm making most of these big decisions.
Who knows?
I don't either.
I don't want to be doing that!
After carefully considering your options, the group decides that the potential advantage offered by the Chamber of Whispers is too valuable to ignore. The ancient map, while old and worn, suggests that this hidden location can provide a safer or more strategic entrance into the Sanctum of Echoes. With this in mind, you decide to follow the map and make your way to the chamber instead of descending the hidden staircase immediately. Darian Thornbrook takes the lead, using the ancient map to guide the group through the rugged terrain of the Cinderclaw Mountains. The path is not easy. Sharp rocks and steep inclines make this journey treacherous, and the cold mountain air bites at your skin, but you press on, driven by the knowledge that this alternate route could be the key to success.
It's cold.
Yep. As you navigate the mountains, the landscape around you begins to change. The path narrows and the air goes colder and heavier. The distant sound of a waterfall echoes through the cliffs, and the light begins to fade despite the rising sun. It's as if the mountains themselves are trying to dissuade you from continuing. After hours of careful travel, you reach a narrow, hidden valley nestled between two towering peaks at the far end of the valley. You see it, a large, weathered stone door set into the mountainside, partially concealed by vines and overgrowth. This is the Chamber of Whispers, marked clearly on the map. The door is covered in ancient runes, similar to those on the altar you discovered earlier. As you approach, the runes begin to glow faintly, reacting to your presence. Lyra Vexara steps forward, studying the door and the runes with keen interest.
Jesus, don't touch the door. Last time that did not do anything.
These ruins are a form of protection, but also a warning. Whatever lies beyond this door, it is connected to the same ancient magic as the sanctum. No duh. If we were to enter, we need to be prepared for whatever might be waiting for us.
It's
Duh.
okay. It's a
Again.
robot. It's gonna repeat the same
Listen,
thing.
he's getting bad at robot me. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
So
I'm trying to add more.
My guy hasn't done much. He's just been watching this.
I'm just trying to add a little bit more personality to it.
Hey, it works.
Chaos.
Arik Valenwood draws the ornate key from his pack, holding it up to the door. The key seems to resonate with the runes, and the glow intensifies.
This looks similar. This key
Okay.
This key may be the way inside. Let's open the door, but be ready. This is indeed an alternate entrance to the sanctum. It could lead us directly into the heart of danger, or to something more vulnerable.
Alright, Dawson, you get the roll. And don't read the options, because that makes it more interesting if you don't.
3.
Have Lyra use her magic to further
Damn it!
examine the runes and sense any danger before attempting to unlock the door. That was such a funny part. Wow.
I said not to touch the door!
Alright, before risking entry into the Chamber of Whispers, the group decides to have Lyra Vexara use her magic to further examine the ancient runes that cover the stone door. The runes, though glowing faintly in response to your presence, might hold more secrets or hidden dangers. Lyra steps forward, her hands glowing softly as she channels her magical energy. The air around the door hums with a low, resonant vibration as Lyra extends her senses, attuning herself to the ancient magic that permeates the runes. She closes her eyes, focusing on the flow of energy within the symbols, trying to understand their purpose and potential dangers.
And guess what? I say the same thing again. These ruins are complex, with
Are they?
them layers of protection spells and warnings. They're designed to not only to keep intruders out, but also to test those who seek to enter. The door itself is bound to the key, but there is more. Some kind of magic trail awaits us beyond it. The ruins suggest that we need to prove our worth or face the consequences.
As Lyra continues to examine the runes, she senses a subtle shift in the magical energy, an underlying presence that seems to be aware of your actions. It's as if the door is watching, waiting for you to make your move.
There's definitely something watching us. Some kind of ancient sentinel, perhaps. It won't attack us outright, but if we try to force our way in without understanding the trial, it could trigger a powerful defense mechanism. I can weaken the protection spells, but we'll still need to be careful. Whatever lies beyond this door won't be easy to overcome.
Arik Valenwood nods, his hand still holding the ornate key.
Well, let's proceed. Then,
Let's proceed. I don't want to. We're going to.
We're going to. We use the key to unlock the door like you would use any other key that we always have. But we'll be ready for anything that might happen. Once it opens, Lyra, stay close. Your magic might be the key to passing whatever trial lies ahead. Or it might kill us.
Yeah.
So,
With the protective spells weakened by Lyra's magic, Arik inserts the ornate key into a hidden slot within the runes. The key fits perfectly, and as he turns it, the runes flare to life, glowing brightly before slowly fading. The heavy stone door grinds open with a deep resonant sound, revealing a dark passageway that leads deep into the mountain. The air inside the passage is cool and still. We already know that. Carrying with it the faint scent of ancient stone and forgotten places. The glow of the runes provides just enough light to see the start of the path ahead, but beyond that, the darkness is impenetrable, and I get to figure out where we go. We can decide your own fate. Oh boy.
Killed me off.
I need a bear.
Decide your own fate. Cool. Alright, recognizing the gravity of the situation, the group decides to take a moment to fully prepare before entering the passageway of the Chamber of Whispers. The ancient magic surrounding this place, the sense of looming trial, and the possibility of danger ahead all call for a thorough assessment of your resources and abilities. Ark Valenwood takes the lead in organizing your preparations.
Before we step into the unknown, to make sure we're fully prepared, we've got powerful items and the abilities at our disposal. And we need to use them wisely. Here's what I suggest. I'm repeating myself.
Yep, that's what we're all doing here. Activate the Elixir of Insight. Lyra Vexar carefully uncorks the Elixir of Insight and takes a small sip. The potion immediately sharpens her senses, allowing her to perceive magical energies and subtle details in the environment that would otherwise go unnoticed. This heightened awareness will be crucial as you navigate the passage and face any magical trials or traps. Ark Valenwood places the Talisman of Warding around his neck, feeling a faint protective aura envelop him. The talisman is designed to shield against dark magic, and with it, Ark can provide additional protection for the group, especially if you encounter any malevolent forces within the chamber. Darian Thornbrook will take the lead, moving... You want to kill me, really? Moving silently and using his keen senses to scout the passageway ahead. He'll look for any signs of traps, hidden dangers, or alternate routes. His scouting will be critical in avoiding unnecessary risks and ensuring that the group moves forward safely. I just want someone to die. I mean, that would make it more interesting. Someone gets killed off. Lyra Vexar will remain in the center of the group, using her heightened magical perception to detect any arcane traps or hidden mechanisms. With her enhanced senses from the elixir, she'll be able to react quickly to any threats, dispel harmful magic, or unlock any hidden secrets you might encounter. Ark Valenwood will bring up the rear, ready to defend the group against any sudden attacks. With his sword drawn and the talisman protecting him, Ark will ensure that no harm comes to his companions as they move deeper into the chamber. Before entering, the group takes a moment to review the ancient map once more, ensuring that you are aware of any potential alternate routes or hidden chambers. The map's age makes it difficult to decipher some details, but you're confident that it will guide you through the most critical parts of the chamber. You also agree on a signal system. If Darian encounters any immediate danger or sees something worth investigating, he'll use a specific hand signal to alert the group. This way you can communicate silently and avoid drawing unnecessary attention. I see something! With all preparations complete, the three of you stand at the entrance to the passage, the weight of the task ahead heavy on your shoulders. The darkness within the Chamber of Whispers seems to beckon as if daring you to enter, and Katelynn rolls.
Am I really just...
Yep, immediately.
What did you say?
Am I supposed to know what that means?
Investigate the entrance further. We're not going in yet.
I'm gonna kick the door in if we don't go in.
Investigate it further.
We've got somebody watching. So right now.
So your character's like, we need to
I'm
look
not
at
gonna watch
it.
me kick the door in.
Yep.
Your character's like, let's look at this more.
Let's look at the door!
Before stepping into the darkness of the Chamber of Whispers, the group decides to take one final look at the entrance. The ancient ruins, the subtle energy in the air, and the eerie sense of being watched all suggest that there might be more to this doorway than meets the eye. Lyra Vexara steps forward, her heightened senses from the elixir of insight allowing her to perceive the faintest traces of magic and energy patterns. She carefully examines the stone frame of the doorway, tracing her fingers along the runes.
Stop touching the door!
Decorated. As she studies the carvings more closely, she notices something she hadn't seen before. A series of faint, nearly invisible glyphs etched into the stone, just below the main runes. These glyphs are smaller and more intricate, almost as if they're deliberately hidden from casual observation.
There's something here. Smaller glyphs hidden within the stone. They seem to be a part of a secondary spell, perhaps a protective measure or a clue to what lies ahead.
Ark Valenwood joins her, carefully inspecting the area around.
Look at the door!
I'm looking at the damn door. This might be the key to understanding the trial, but wait us inside. If we can decipher them, we might gain an advantage. Maybe even deactivate a trap or unlock a hidden path.
Darian Thornbrook remains vigilant, scanning the surroundings for any signs of danger while Lyra and Ark focus on the glyphs. My guy's just like, let's go in there.
And we're like, door!
With her enhanced perception, Lyra begins to decode the glyphs, her knowledge of ancient magic guiding her through the process. After a few tense moments, she realizes that the glyphs form a warning and an instruction.
Imagine that! The glyphs are warning us about a trial of the mind and spirit, a test of our resolve and Resolve in unity. They also suggest that the door we're about to enter isn't just a physical barrier, but a symbolic one. If we enter with doubt or discord, remove the doubt. The trial will be much harder, but if we enter with clear purpose and unity, we stand a better chance of succeeding.
She continues to study the glyphs and find one last piece of information.
I'm gonna kick the damn door in.
No! You're going to die! There's also a mention of a phrase, sort of incantation or paraphrase that might help us during the trial. It's written here, in unity, strength, and strength, wisdom. I'm not sure how it'll come into play, but we should remember it.
Who rolled last with me? Was it Katelynn?
I think you rolled. Yeah, write that down.
Yeah.
Unity, strength, and strength, wisdom.
I think Katelynn rolled.
I rolled last.
Okay, so Dawson gets to roll this next one.
Alright.
After he writes this down.
Yep. Write that down! Write
Hope
that down!
you've enjoyed this so far, because we're losing our minds.
This is a lot.
It's a lot. I mean,
It's one of the same thing over and over again!
It's D&D. And there's people that take years to finish their whole campaigns.
I know.
4.
Decide your own fate.
I'm gonna kick the damn door in.
I wish I could give you the option of what you want to do, and you like kick the door. Recognizing the importance of the newly discovered phrase
You
and
can probably put that
significance.
in Dungeon Master. Just, I'm gonna kick the door in.
I'm gonna kick the door in.
Alric kicks door in.
The significance of the glyphs, the group takes a moment to reflect on their journey so far and decide the best course of action moving forward. The weight of the phrase and unity, strength, and strength wisdom resonates deeply with each of you, and you understand that it's more than just words. It is a guiding principle for what lies ahead. Lyra Vexora closes her eyes for a moment, feeling the magic of the phrase pulsing within her. Didn't know words could do that. She then opens her eyes and turns to her companion's determination in her gaze.
This phrase is more than just a paraphrase, obviously. It's a reminder of what we need to embody to succeed. The chamber will test us, not just as individuals, but as a group. If we enter with any doubt, it might exploit that. So don't be doubtful. I think we should take a moment to ensure unity and resolve before we proceed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, our people are really like overthinkers.
Don't touch me.
No touchy.
Back up. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Auric Valenwood nods in agreement, his voice firm and resolute.
We face dangers together. I think.
What dangers we faced?
I don't know.
None. We've actually gotten out quite
We've come
scotch-free.
out stronger each time.
Final decision. We're getting to the end.
Oh, boy.
So keep reading, Dawson.
Oh boy. And we've come out stronger each time. This phrase speaks to that strength. Our strength as a team. I suggest we enter the chamber together with the phrase on our lips and our purpose clear in our heads. If we do that, we'll be ready for whatever trials await us.
Darian Thornbrook adds his thoughts, his tone reflective. The mountains, the sanctum, this chamber, they're all places where physical strength isn't the only thing that matters. We need to rely on our bond, our shared purpose. If we stay focused on that, we'll be able to face whatever comes our way. With this newfound understanding, the group decides on a course of action that honors the meaning of the phrase and prepares them mentally and spiritually for the challenges ahead. Well, I get to do the final decision, so I'm not happy about that.
Better than me.
But we'll try. Create your own plan of action. 1. We enter the Chamber of Whispers together.
I'm gonna kick the door in.
The three of you will stand side by side at the entrance, each repeating the phrase in unity, strength, and wisdom before stepping into the passage. This symbolic act will solidify your unity and focus your resolve as you face the trial inside. Final decision. Let's see what happens.
In unity, strength, and strength and wisdom.
With the significance of the phrase in unity, strength, and strength, wisdom clear in your minds, the group prepares to enter the Chamber of Whispers as a united front. The weight of the task ahead is balanced by the strength of your bond and the clarity of your purpose. Auric Valenwood steps forward first, positioning himself at the center of the entrance. He takes a deep breath, feeling the resolve of his companions beside him. Lyra Vexora stands to his right, her hands glowing faintly with magic, while Darian Thornbrook takes position on his left, his bow at the ready. Together, you speak the phrase out aloud, your voice is strong and clear. In unity, strength, and strength, wisdom. As the words echo
okay.
through the rainbow power.
Oh my gosh!
As the words echo through the passage, you feel a subtle shift in the air around you. The ancient runes on the door glow brighter for a moment, and the faint sense of being watched seems to fade. Replaced by a feeling of calm determination, the Chamber of Whispers seems to recognize your unity, and the path ahead no longer feels as foreboding. With your purpose clear and your bond strengthened, the three of you step forward into the dark passageway. The stone beneath your feet is cool and smooth, the air thick with the scent of ancient places. Lyra's magic casts a soft glow illuminating the narrow corridor as you move deeper into the mountain. The silence is profound, broken only by the faint echoes of your footsteps. The passage winds downward, twisting and turning in ways that disorient your sense of direction, but you keep moving, guided by the light and strength of your resolve. After what feels like an eternity, the passage opens up into a large circular chamber. The walls are lined with more ancient runes, and at the center of the chamber stands a tall, intricately carved stone pedestal. On the pedestal rests a single glowing crystal sphere, radiating a soft pulsating light. As you enter the chamber, the air around you changes. No longer calm, it feels charged with energy, as if the very room is alive and with ancient magic. And Katelynn gets the roll.
1.
Approach the crystal sphere cautiously.
What's that thing?
We took forever on the door, but let's just go to that thing.
I want to touch it.
You don't want to touch the sphere. With a sense of cautious determination, the group decides to approach the glowing crystal sphere at the center of the chamber. The soft pulsating light it emits casts eerie shadows on the ancient runes, lining the walls, making the chamber feel both sacred and ominous. Art Valenwood steps forward, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword, ready to react to the first sign of danger. He moves slowly, his eyes scanning the floor and the pedestal for any signs of traps or hidden mechanisms. The stone beneath his feet is smooth, worn by time, but there are no obvious signs of danger, no pressure plates, no hidden wires. As he reaches the pedestal, he pauses, taking a moment to study the sphere up close. The crystal is perfectly smooth, its surface unmarred by scratches or imperfections. The light within it seems to pulse in rhythm with the faint sound of a heartbeat, almost as if the sphere is alive.
I told you I wanted to touch it.
Lyra Vexara and Darian Thornbrook stand close behind, ready to act if needed. Lyra's magic senses remain heightened, allowing her to perceive any arcane energies that might be at play. Art carefully extends his hand toward the sphere, stopping just short of touching it. He feels a faint warmth radiating from the crystal, a comforting sensation that contrasts with the cold air of the chamber. And Dawson, you get the roll.
It makes sense that I'm rolling.
Yeah, you're getting the roll.
I want to touch it!
I want to touch the thing.
Alright, Dawson. Roll. What is it?
4.
Decide your own fate.
I want to touch it.
That was one of the options.
Well, we'll see. And in the next ones, if we do any more, we'll try out different ones, because I know there's different types of GPT, D&D things. So, recognizing the importance of caution in this ancient and potentially dangerous place, the group decides to combine their strengths and knowledge to gather up as much information as possible before making any direct contact with the crystal sphere. So did you just go with it Lyra Vexara will use her enhanced magical senses to further examine the sphere from a distance. She will attempt to detect any hidden enchantments, protective wards, or other magical properties that might activate the sphere is touched. This will help determine the nature of the sphere and what kind of reaction to expect. Darian Thornbrook will circle the perimeter of the chamber, carefully examining the walls, floor, and pedestal for any hidden inscriptions, symbols, or mechanisms. He will also keep an eye out for any potential escape routes or hidden doors, ensuring that the group isn't caught off guard by any surprises. Art Valenwood will remain near the pedestal, standing ready to defend the group if anything goes wrong. He will keep his senses sharp, watching for any changes in the environment that might signal a trap or other danger. Lyra Vexara steps forward, her hands glowing softly as she channels her magic. She focuses on the crystal sphere, extending her senses to perceive the arcane energies within and around it. The sphere begins to glow more brightly as her magic interacts with it, revealing intricate patterns of light that swirl within the crystal. Lyra's brow furrows as she concentrates, deciphering the complex web of enchantments woven in the sphere. Darian Thornbrook moves quietly around the chamber, his keen eyes scanning every surface. He notices that the walls are covered in ancient inscriptions, most of which are worn and faded. However, near the base of the pedestal, he finds a small, almost hidden inscription that seems to have been deliberately concealed. The inscription is written in an ancient language, one that he recognizes from the map as being associated with trials of wisdom and unity. Art Valenwood stands guard, his senses on high alert. As Lyra's magic interacts with the sphere, he feels a subtle shift in the air, a change in pressure, as if the chamber itself is reacting to their presence. The runes on the walls begin to glow faintly, almost as if they are responding to the light within the sphere. The crystal sphere is heavily enchanted, designed to test the resolve and unity of those who attempt to interact with it. The magic within it is not hostile, but it requires a specific response, likely linked to the phrase you discovered earlier. The sphere is connected to the chamber's structure, meaning that triggering it can unlock a hidden path or activate a trial. The hidden inspection near the pedestal reads, "Only in true unity shall the path be revealed." It reinforces the idea that the group must work together, both physically and mentally, to pass the trial associated with the crystal sphere. The inscription seems to be a key to understanding how to proceed. And I get the pull. Once Katelynn writes it. I guess it meant when it said final decision, it was the final decision of that part. Alright, here we go. 4. Create a new course of action. So we scratch all that. Our guys
What
are
happens if you put...
it'd probably be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
if you actually put, like, this character does this thing.
It doesn't say to do
It says message Dungeon Master.
Yeah. Given the gravity of the situation and complexity of the chamber and the crystal sphere, the group decides to combine elements of the previous ideas and create a new, more thorough plan of action. This approach will ensure that you proceed with caution, wisdom, and unity. Lyra of XR will continue to channel her magic into the sphere, but this time she will speak the phrase in unity, strength, and strength wisdom. As she does so, this will potentially resonate with the sphere's enchantments and align the group's intentions with the magic within. Her focus will be on guiding the enchantment safely, avoiding any defensive mechanisms that might be triggered by improper interaction. Art Valenwood will stand by, ready to provide physical support. He will place his hand on the pedestal and speak the phrase in unison with Lyra, reinforcing the unity of purpose. His role will be to ensure that the group's physical presence aligns with their magical intentions and to be ready to act if the chamber responds in any unexpected way. Darian Thornbrook will keep a vigilant watch on the chamber itself. He will stand at the perimeter observing the runes and the chamber's reaction to Lyra's and Art's actions. If he notices any changes in the environment, such as the runes glowing brighter or new pathways opening, he will signal the group and be ready to guide them through. His keen senses will also help in identifying any major emerging threats. The group will speak the phrase in unity, strength, and strength wisdom, together timing it with Lyra's magical interaction with the sphere. This will be done with the understanding that the trial requires not just individual actions, but a collective, unified effort. The phrase will serve as both as a protective mantra and a key to unlocking the sphere's secrets. With everyone in position, the atmosphere in the chamber becomes charged with anticipation. The glowing runes seem to pulse in time with the group's heartbeats as the chamber itself is waiting for your next move. Lyra of XR steps forward, her hand hovering just above the crystal sphere. She begins to channel her magic into the sphere, focusing on the intricate patterns of light within. As she does so, she whispers the phrase,
Unity, strength, and strength wisdom.
Art Valenwood places his hand on the pedestal, feeling the faint warmth of the stone beneath his palm. He speaks the phrase in unison with Lyra, his voice strong and steady.
Unity, strength, and strength wisdom.
Darian Thornbrook stands ready, his eyes scanning the chamber, noting every flicker of light, every shift in the air. He remains silent. But, why did I just lose my place there? Oh, that was weird. He remains silent, but his focus is absolute, ready to alert the group to any changes. As the phrase is spoken, the crystal sphere begins to glow more brightly, the light within swirling faster, the runes on the wall pulse in response, growing brighter and casting intricate patterns of light across the chamber. The air feels charged with energy, but it is not hostile. Instead, it feels welcoming, as if acknowledging the group's unity and resolve. Suddenly, the sphere emits a soft chime, and the light within stabilizes, becoming a steady, comforting glow. The pedestal beneath the sphere shifts slightly, and a hidden compartment at its base slides open, revealing a small, ornate amulet engraved with the same runes that cover the chamber walls. The chamber itself seems to sigh in relief, the tension in the air dissipating, as if a trial has been passed.
Trace's character this entire time was like, what the?
How did I get into this?
What is this? What is going on?
So we've got an amulet and we've got a successful unity. And now Katelynn will roll.
I think it's funny too, this entire time her character is doing something and my character's just like,
You roll 4.
where'd you go?
Yeah,
You roll 4.
I rolled a 4.
Decide your own fate. We've been getting that a lot.
I love
I
how
wanna
me
touch
and you
it.
are both like, what? Well, okay, what do we do about this? And Trish is just like,
This is cool.
Pretty colors!
shapes and colors Earth.
Are we doing a new plan of action? Dang it, son.
Ah!
How many times are we going to change the stinking thing? I'm about to give up on the decide your own thing because they get to fix it every time. Lyra Bexar carefully takes the amulet in her hands. Her magical sense is attuned to the artifact's energy. Oh, that's it. She's dead. She closes her eyes and channels her magic into the amulet, seeking to understand its properties. The runes engraved on the amulet begin to glow softly, responding to her touch. As she examines the amulet, Lyra realizes that it's more than just a protective talisman. It is a key of sorts designed to interact with specific wards and barriers within the Sanctum of Echoes. The amulet can reveal hidden passages, deactivate magical traps, and even enhance the wearer's resistance to certain types of dark magic. It is clear that this artifact will be be invaluable, and it's gone.
Oh my god.
I'm technical difficulties here.
Ah!
Just hit the arrow right there.
That's what I was trying to do.
No.
That's still not it.
I already read that part. Darian Thornbrook methodically searches the chamber, his sharp eyes scanning every surface of any signs of additional secrets. Near the far wall, partially concealed by shadows, he discovers a small narrow passageway that had been previously overlooked. The passage is dark and unmarked, and it appears to lead deeper into the mountain, potentially a shortcut or an alternate route that the amulet might help navigate. Art Valenwood studies the ancient map, comparing it to what you've discovered so far. The hidden passage seems to correspond to a faint marking on the map labeled as the Forgotten Path. It is unclear where this path leads, but it could be a way to bypass some of the more dangerous areas of the Sanctum or reach a crucial location more quickly. Okay, so now Dawson gets to go.
I think we should just cut out the.
You create your own path?
Yeah.
Before?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
One
fine.
through
This
three.
is still more to. Yeah.
There's the gathering for the final decision. It is agreed that Arik will carry the amulet, given his role as the group's protector and leader, and he will use it to unlock any hidden paths, deactivate traps, or protect the group from dark magic as needed.
Well,
After considering the risks and potential rewards, the group decides to explore the newly discovered Forgotten Path. While it is an unknown route, the potential to bypass certain dangers and gain an advantage in the Sanctum makes it worth the risk. The amulet will be crucial in navigating this hidden passage. Before entering the Forgotten Path, the group will take a moment to rest and prepare. Lyra will renew her protective spells. Darian will scout the entrance to ensure there are no immediate threats, and Arik will keep the amulet ready for any traps or barriers. So we're skipping 4. Yeah, we're gonna do 1 or 3. So either, roll Dawson.
1, 2, or 3. It's really
2.
1, 4.
Take a short rest before entering the path. But we already knew that we were gonna do that. Dawson's passed out. We've been going for an hour and a half. And nothing's happened, really.
I'm cold. This sucks. Everything's blowing. I still blame her.
Okay.
I'm sleepy.
That is unfortunately a very real life situation right there. I'm sleeping.
Uses this time to meditate and replenish her magical energy. She also takes a moment to renew the protective wards around the group, ensuring that everyone is shielded from any immediate magical threats. This also includes casting a light spell that can be activated if the Forgotten Path is too dark or if the group needs a quick escape. Darian Thornbrook carefully examines the entrance to the Forgotten Path, ensuring there are no hidden traps or immediate threats. He also sets a few simple alarms, small, nearly invisible tripwires connected to makeshift noisemakers that will alert the group if anything approaches the chamber during the rest. Art Valenwood uses the time to review the ancient map and the group's strategy for navigating the Forgotten Path. He checks his armor, sharpens his sword, and makes sure the amulet is securely fastened and ready to be used at a moment's notice. He also leads a brief discussion on potential scenarios they might face and how to respond to them, reinforcing the group's unity and readiness. Man, just dropping. Nice. The chamber, which once felt
Once felt ominous, now feels more like a place of quiet preparation. The faint glow of the ruins and the steady light of the crystal sphere provides a serene atmosphere, allowing the group to regain their focus and determination. As you rest, you can feel the tension of the previous trials easing, replaced by a calm confidence that comes from knowing you are prepared for the challenges ahead. The short rest allows you to clear your minds, bond as a team, and ensure that you are at your best.
Okay, give a little. Oh yeah, one more thing.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all want to carry on, stay together. If you get scratched, try and keep going. If you die, walk it off.
Walk it off. Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, so I guess I gotta roll
Let's do this
1 or
together.
3. I really don't want it to be 3 or 2.
Yeah.
I'd rather just proceed and not even roll.
Yes, proceed.
Just do it. Because I don't want to sit around here anymore.
Done sitting. Let's
Yeah,
do.
it's like scout in the entrance one
Scenario
last
4.
time or discuss your last strategy.
With the group well rested and fully prepared, you decide to proceed down the forgotten path. The decision to take this hidden route, guided by the ancient map. Holy crap.
Every time you think it's loaded and then you click once and it freaks out.
Alright, be guided by the ancient map and protected by the ornate amulet reflects your commitment to uncovering the secrets of the Sanctum of Echoes while minimizing unnecessary risks. Art Valenwood leads the way, the amulet glowing faintly in his hand. As he approaches the entrance to the forgotten path, the narrow passage is dark and foreboding, but the glow from the amulet provides just enough light to reveal that the stone walls, lined with more of the ancient ruins you've encountered before, the path slopes downward, disappearing into the depths of the mountain. Lyra Bexara follows close behind, her magical senses attuned to any signs of enchantments or hidden traps. She feels the subtle pulse of ancient magic in the air she has this entire time, confirming that this path is indeed connected to the Sanctum's powerful wards and trials. Darian Thornbrook takes the rear, his keen eyes and ears alert for any signs of movement or danger. As you move deeper into the passage, the walls begin to close in and the air grows cooler and more still. The forgotten path feels ancient and untouched, and as if it has been waiting for you for centuries.
Why does it keep getting colder?
We're getting deeper into the mountain.
We're gonna freeze to death.
I'm wearing metal. It's cold.
Listen, if I had the ability to do what I wanted, you'd be one.
Yeah. The group moves cautiously, the silence only broken by the faint sound of your footsteps echoing off the stone walls. The amulet's light reveals intricate carvings in the wall, scenes of long forgotten battles, ancient rituals, and the same mysterious deity you've seen depicted before. The carvings seem to tell a story, one of a powerful order that once protected the Sanctum from dark forces. As you venture deeper, the path begins to branch off in multiple directions. Some of these branches are narrow and twisted, while others seem to lead to larger open spaces. The amulet's glow intensifies when you approach certain passages, indicating the correct route. Auric holds the amulet up, watching as it brightens when he faces the leftmost branch of the path. I was like, it's your turn.
This way. The amulet is guiding us. There must be something important down this path.
Lyra nods, her eyes focused on the carvings as they grow more detailed and intricate.
These carvings, they're becoming more specific. I think they're depicting the trials that were faced by those who came before us. If we're careful, we might be able to avoid the same dangers they encountered. So I know we're fixing to die, basically.
As you follow the path indicated by the amulet, you eventually come to a large circular chamber. The chamber is dimly lit by a faint, eerie glow emanating from the runes on the floor. At the center of the room stands a massive stone door with the symbol of a crescent moon intertwined with a serpent, Eldrin.
Yep.
The same symbol you saw on Eldrin's amulet. The door is sealed shut, and above it, inscribed in stone, are the words, "Prove your unity and strength, and the path shall open."
There's gonna be a dragon right there.
I feel like we should just go
I think
with...
Eldrin might be down there, and we might be fighting him. This was his test to see.
Yeah.
Elder might be a shape-shifting dragon or snake.
Could be.
So that's surface. So it might be a giant. That old.
I don't even want to do skip 3 because that one's exploring the chamber for any hidden passages.
Yeah, I had 1 earlier, and all I'm getting is 4 and 5.
Jeez.
6.
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, we don't want to do 3.
No, because that'll take...
Let's just do 2.
Okay. Use the amulet to interact with the door.
Get it done over with.
We're running in circles. We've been running in circles for an hour and a half.
I'm tired.
With the words, "Prove your unity and strength, and the path shall open," echoing in your mind.
I pressed it once.
South. do it.
I
You don't have to
literally
do
pressed it once.
I'll do it. So you don't have to do it. In your minds, the group decides to use the ornate amulet to interact with the massive stone door. The amulet, which has guided you this far, might hold the key to unlocking the next part of the sanctum. Art Valenwood steps forward, holding the glowing amulet up to the stone door. The symbol of the crescent moon intertwined with the serpent. Is nobody even saying that looks like the thing that guy was wearing?
Hey, this looks like the thing that the guy was wearing.
There you go. Intertwined with the serpent seems to resonate with the amulet's light, casting faint shadows across the chamber as the amulet nears the door. The runes on the floor begin to glow more brightly, responding to the proximity of the artifact. Lyra Bexar watches intently, her magical senses heightened, ready to react if the door triggers any protective spells or traps.
Don't touch the door.
Darian Thornbrook remains vigilant, his eyes scanning the chamber for any signs of movement or danger, ensuring the group is not caught off guard. As the amulet touches the surface of the stone door, the symbol of the crescent moon and serpent begin to glow with a brilliant light, filling the chamber with a warm golden hue. The light pulses in time with the amulet as if the door is coming to life in response to the artifact's presence. Suddenly, the stone beneath the symbol begins to shift and change, revealing a circular depression and indentation perfectly shaped to fit the amulet. Realizing this is the key to opening the door, Auric carefully places the amulet into the indentation. The chamber falls silent for a moment, the only sound being the soft hum of magical energy resonating from the amulet. Then, with a deep rumbling sound, the stone door begins to move. The intricate carvings on the surface glow with the same golden light, and the door slowly slides open, revealing a dark passageway beyond. Beyond the door lies a long, narrow corridor, the walls lined with more ancient runes that glow faintly in the darkness. The air is thick with the scent of old magic and stone, and the path ahead seems to descend even deeper into the heart of the mountain. As the door fully opens, the amulet dislodges from the indentation and returns to Eric's hand. That's cool. Its light now dimmed but still present. The path ahead is open, but the words inscribed above the door suggest that the challenges are far from over. I say we just go in the passage.
Send it.
I don't care about examining nothing. We're making our own choices.
We're going in.
Screw the die. We'll figure out another way. Like I said, if you do more of these, we'll.
There's probably a better one that actually involves.
Like I said, we'll probably explore other ones if we do another episode. But this is just for this one. With the stone door now open and the path ahead illuminated. My lord.
See?
Yeah, that's weird. Faint glow of ancient runes. The group decides to move forward, trusting the ornate amulet and their unity to guide them through the challenges that lie ahead. Art Valenwood leads the way, the amulet still in his hand, its light serving as a beacon in the dimly lit corridor. The air grows cooler as you descend further into the mountain, and the walls seem to close in, creating a sense of both anticipation and unease. The runes of the wall pulse with a soft rhythmic glow, almost as if they are alive, guiding you deeper into the sanctum. Lyra Bexara follows closely, her senses attuned to the magical energies that flow through the passage. She can feel the weight of the ancient magic around her, a reminder that this place was designed to test those who enter. Her heightened awareness ensures that she is ready to react to any sudden shifts in the magical currents. Darian Thornbrook remains vigilant, his sharp eyes scanning the darkness ahead and behind, ensuring that nothing takes the group by surprise. He moves silently with every step calculated to avoid detection or triggering any hidden traps. As you progress deeper into the passage, the runes on the walls begin to change. They shift from simple glowing symbols to intricate moving patterns, symbols of strength, unity, and wisdom. The passageway narrows, leading you into a larger chamber that opens up suddenly, the space filled with towering stone pillars covered in more of the ancient runes. At the center of the chamber stands a large circular platform surrounded by a shallow moat filled with a shimmering liquid light. The light flows gently in around the platform, casting an ethereal glow across the chamber. As you approach the platform, the runes on the pillars begin to glow more brightly, and a low, resonant hum fills the air. The hum grows louder as you step closer, the sound vibrating through the stone and into your bones. Suddenly, the liquid light in the moat rises, forming into three distinct humanoid shapes, each swirling mass of light and energy. These figures stand motionless, blocking your path to the platform, their forms crackling with magical power. A voice deep and ancient across the echoes through the chamber. Prove your unity, your strength, and your wisdom. Only then shall the path forward be revealed.
What the hell?
We're going to engage in combat.
Yeah.
Finally, after almost 2 hours
finally drawing my sword.
Okay, I'm gonna skip some of this reading because I'm about to lose my voice. We're gonna do battle begins. So I don't care. The three humanoid figures of light and energy react to their readiness, their forms crackling with power. Without warning, they surge forward, their movements swift and fluid like living lightning. The battle begins in earnest. Ark meets the first Guardian head-on, his sword clashing against the figure's glowing form. The impact sends a shockwave through the chamber, but Ark holds his ground, forcing the Guardian back with a powerful swing of his blade. The Guardian retaliates with a burst of energy, but Ark's defensive stance absorbs the impact, his strength unwavering. Lyra casts a spell, her hands weaving a pattern of light in the air. She sends a bolt of arcane energy at the second Guardian, the blast striking its form and causing it to flicker. The Guardian's energy fluctuates, but it quickly recovers, launching a counterattack with tendrils of light that lash out at the group. Lyra raises a protective barrier, deflecting the attack just in time. I hate you. Darian takes aim at the third Guardian, his arrow glowing with a magical light as he releases it. The arrow strikes true, piercing the Guardian's true form and causing it to waver. Darian quickly fires another arrow, targeting the Guardian's core. The second arrow hits, and the Guardian falters, its energy dimming. The Guardians are powerful, but they seem to be testing more than just your combat skills. They're probing your ability to work together as a unified team. As the battle continues, the Guardians adjust their tactics, trying to divide your attention and break your unity. Ark calls out to his companions, keeping them focused.
Stay together. They're trying to divide us. Don't let them.
Lyra continues to cast spells, shifting between offensive and defensive magic. She senses the Guardians' attempts to isolate them, but she counters by casting a spell that links the group with a shared aura of protection. Darian moves quickly, repositioning himself to cover his allies. He targets the Guardians' weak points, ensuring that they cannot concentrate their attacks on a single member of the group. As the battle rages on, the Guardians begin to weaken, their energy flickers and dims, their attacks growing less coordinated. The group's unity and combined strength are proving too much for them to overcome. With a final powerful strike, Ark cleaves through the first Guardian, its form dissipating into a burst of light. Lyra unleashes a wave of arcane energy, shattering the second Guardian into fragments of light. Darian fires one last arrow, piercing the core of the third Guardian, causing it to dissolve in the air. The chamber falls silent, the only sound being the echo of the final blow. The runes on the wall glow softly, as if acknowledging your victory. As the last Guardian vanishes, the light in the chamber changes. The glowing liquid in the moat surrounding the platform recedes, revealing a hidden staircase that spirals downward into the depths of the mountain. The path forward has been revealed as promised by the voice. The trial has been passed, your unity and strength proven. The way to the next stage of the Sanctum of Echoes is open. And we're going to go down that staircase. At this point, it's not even random. We're just going with number one because it goes faster. Ark Valenwood takes the lead, descending the spiral staircase. Jesus, can you please stop? For the love of everything in me. Descending the spiral staircase with the ornate amulet in hand, the faint glow of the amulet casts just enough light to reveal the steps ahead, while the runes on the wall emit a soft guiding glow. The air grows cooler as you descend, and the sounds of the chamber above fade into silence, replaced by the quiet echo of footsteps. Lyra Vexara follows closely, her senses attuned to the flow of magic in the air. The deeper you go, the stronger the ancient magic feels, pulsing through the stone walls and permeating the very atmosphere around you. Lyra remains alert, ready to react to any shifts in the magical currents that might indicate traps or hidden dangers. Darian Thornbrook brings up the rear, his keen eyes scanning the... Okay, I'm skipping that part. Hold on. It's very easy to repeat the same thing. After what feels like an eternity of descending, the staircase finally levels out in a long, narrow corridor. The corridor is darker than the previous areas, with only the faintest glow from the ruins to light your way. The air is still and heavy, carrying the scent of ancient stone and forgotten secrets. At the end of the corridor, you come to a large, intricately carved stone door. Unlike the previous door, this one is adorned with multiple symbols and runes that pulse with a deep, steady light. The door is imposing, and you can sense the weight of the magic that binds it shut. Ark holds up the amulet, and the symbols on the door react, glowing brighter as the amulet nears. It's clear that this door requires more than just physical strength to open. This is another test, perhaps even more challenging than the last. Okay, well, we can examine the symbols on the door, or use the amulet to interact with the door, or have Lyra use her magic. Basically. And the
I've
bottom
come to
one.
find out that this isn't actually D&D. This is just like a kind of like how like on the TV where you just go like choose your answer or whatnot
Yeah.
to carry out the story
Yeah.
thing. I've come to
But I
realize
just feel like this doesn't end. It feels like it just keeps going.
I don't think there really is an end ultimately. Like, of course, like, if you continue on picking, you're gonna get the whole story. But there is no end to this story.
I would say restart the video, but we're only 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can end it here.
Yeah.
And then next time we'll try it different.
Yeah, we might could try one off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we realize that this is taking way too long.
Oh!
And
It's not actual D&D.
yeah, it's taken way longer than I thought it would. Or I think any of us thought it would. So we're gonna end the video here. If we wasted 2 of your hours, that's fine.
So have we.
Yeah, we wasted our 2 hours also, but
We're gonna get some funny clips out of this though.
we are gonna get some funny clips out of this. But we're gonna try to attempt this off camera, and then we're gonna probably try to do another episode of this in a future episode of the show. But that's gonna do it here for us. If you like this video, leave a like down below. Comment what do you want us to do on the Weather News Hampton show next, whether it's react to Cougar or react to anything else. React to anything else, just let us know in the comments down below. Vote on the poll on YouTube right now. It's still going to be up until next week, so go do that, and most importantly, subscribe to the Weather News Hampton channel. And that's the most important thing you can do. We are now at 717 subscribers at this very moment. So it'd be very much appreciated if you subscribe today. My name is Trace Parks.
I'm Katelynn Mullins.
I'm Dawson Mullins.
See you guys in the next episode of the Weather News Hampton Show. Bye-bye.
Bye.